Flow today and Wednesday. So we're going to use today and Wednesday to do something different, and we're going to use just a few minutes. Okay, so I just want to confirm that those on YouTube can hear me. And yes, they can. Okay, so having that we have covered everything on Zoho Flow, pretty much there's no other developer thing to cover. We've even gone as far as introducing the need for an IDE. Okay, and we highlighted the fact that when you're using an IDE, you will not be able to get all the validation benefits because the only IDE available is that for Zoho Click. But then what I want to use today to let you know is that this presents an opportunity because Zoho does not have a plan for implementing IDE for desktops. That plan is not coming in a very long time. So somebody has done this, it's insufficient, but then you have an opportunity. So I'm just going to give you insights on how you can take that opportunity, and we'll be out of here in a bit. So I'm going to share my screen and show you something I've shown you before. And while this session is short, I believe that this would excite you. So let me just pick the screen here. Why is it taking so much time? Well, here we are. Okay, great. So I think that let me try to open this again. Okay, here we are. So we all know that to extend Zoho products, we need to use Sigma. To build something entirely different, industry-based, we need to use Vertical Studio. While we can use Zoho Creator to build general apps, we've not really seen places we can work with IDE, except one. So the first place I'm going to focus on is using Sigma. So Sigma allows you to build extensions for Zoho products. So if there's any specific product, maybe apart from Zoho Click that you want to build extensions from, you should use Sigma. For Vertical Studio, it's not going to work because you have to build your own product. So that means you have to do the marketing for your own product. You have to take your product out there and all that. So that's not a good idea. Zoho Creator, you build the app, it sits inside Zoho Creator, so you cannot give somebody a development environment. But for Catalyst, yes, you can. So Catalyst is that place where you can call it a day and rest when it comes to building anything you want. So let me introduce you to Catalyst. Catalyst by Zoho is the simplest platform as a service for all your boldest ideas. Okay, so this is me trying to sell you the solution. So I'm just going to use the page that you can see here to show you what solution this is. And this is the opportunity I am using from the Zoho Flow 2 days out of Zoho Flow to show you just what you can focus on. So this IDE problem is a problem that you can try to solve. So you can focus on solving that problem for developers and maybe charge a token for it. So I'm going to show you some of the things that would encourage you to carry out that kind of focus. So Catalyst allows you to build with different frameworks, right? And while building with different frameworks, these frameworks have various rules that you can execute within Catalyst. So you have your function as a service. Okay. You have your app sale, you have circuits. Now, what we are going to really focus on is that for Catalyst, unlike a normal development or a regular development platform, you have the ability to execute code that somebody else brings. Okay. So while these features are looking few and small, let me show you something. So let's go to functions as a service. So you see that normally, if you were to write functions if you were to write functions with maybe Zoho Creator and all of that, you just have the ability to write functions, right? But here now, if you were to write functions, you can write functions that run as backends to Zoho services. That's one. Two is that you can write functions that have advanced functionalities for processing. For example, if somebody is going to type in deluge code, because your functions are first of all scalable, you can actually do what Zoho Creator does. Yeah. Take a lot of code from somebody, use it to draft a function, and then have the function run. So if you remember quite well, Catalyst has an API that is very flexible. Let's get to take it in the documentation now. So let me just try to.
I said yes.
Okay. Catalyst. Let's look for. No, not this one. I'll just need to look for the REST API. So let's open the REST API. We have SDKs, open the REST API, and So here's the thing. With this API now, you can have people type functions, process the functions, get the outcomes, and present it to your own IDE. You know, you can use try-catch functions. So when you use try-catch, you can catch the errors, yes? So you can pass those to your IDE. You can also, inside your IDE, perform style checks when somebody is typing, perform different checks when somebody is writing code to compile. Though I would advise that in order for your app not to have performance issues, you do not do type checking, or you do not check formats within text when the person is typing. I would advise that you do it when the field is updated, or you have a button to maybe to publish. Yeah. So you just click publish, or you click preview, or you click process. What will I use? Compile. You can even have a compile preview feature that allows people to preview what they're compiling and make changes. That way you save a lot of mileage in how you make your serverless calls. I know this I'm talking about is majorly code, but I'm going to take you to where will interest you. Let me go to the.
So I had in mind the partner we have in Nigeria. So what we.
So this is an API call that allows you to execute a function. So I think well, let's do something that allows you to build.
That is something that I know that we've not done in the past. The other things are areas that we've already done training for young people. But that won't be an issue, because what we can do can be to discuss with our partner and get a facilitator who can deliver along that, and get all the other areas that you mentioned are areas we are already training young persons. And we also have the record of, we don't just run trainings and just go.
We have data store, we have
at least minimum of 25% of every beneficiary from our training 1 year after.
I think this should
that
be.
That's a minimum 25% 1 year after usually have what they are doing because our program
I just need to find.
from the beginning. We designed it that we consider post-trade what we call
Okay, there you are.
even before the beginning of the
I
trade.
think I've been looking
So,
for.
and we don't put them in a straight jacket.
And there are a number of
Based on the
services.
skill, we look out for internship, we look out for those who can use the skill to start something at the end of the day. And we find out that some of them do also go for advanced courses to further their learning and their skills.
Okay, so
But at the end of the day, which is even where what made us to join was that our goal and your goal aligned in that the major goal of our journey is.
okay, this is for object management. I'm trying to get something that you can use to carry out your processing. So you can keep your files in the file store. You can execute the query. Okay, let's go to that function execution. I want to see. Okay, put it in.
We have that the partner if you want to, as you're trying to, the partner I'm talking about will work with you Nigeria. Is a partner that will support. So they have a physical office in Nigeria. And I know that before we left, we gave them some computers. So just to find out, I know that we gave them around 10 or so laptops.
Okay, so let's
so I know that they can get more. So
I think we have to do this with the CLI. Okay, this is what I'm looking for. So good. This is it. So yes. So now you can build on top of the CLI. Pass a script. So you know your script can be kept anywhere. So you can run the script, yes, and give it its own life cycle. So that when people publish their functions in your IDE, you can run them as scripts to carry out different things for you. And when you run a script, one of the things you can do is to package somebody's function, just like you are building test cases. So I think AI platforms can run test cases, but if you know how to build test cases, you know that you can take a function and make a test case out of it. So that's senior software engineering, but the issue is you then become able to give people that IDE experience where they can type code, compile the code. The compilation, what it really does is that it takes what they have typed, reads through it, and creates what you can call a handler. So the handler then goes ahead to start executing line by line what is in the function using a command line interface. So you can build this and set this up and then use this to carry out such integrations or carry out such projects. So this is where I mentioned that there is an opportunity. And Catalyst allows you to do the whole thing for any Zoho product or for anybody at all. But you just need to piggyback on Zoho Deluge. Please don't piggyback on any other technology like JavaScript or anything, because these other technologies have updates that Zoho is not monitoring. But if you do piggybacking on Zoho Deluge, what happens is that when Zoho Deluge improves, when there's a new feature or something, they somehow are able to keep a legacy version of Deluge and still allow you to add the new features in Zoho Deluge. One of the things that started using Zoho Delivery was when I was creating a function for and this is for our company. So there's something we do. A lot of people send mails to our help desk that are spam, and customers to send mails to that can get lost because there's so many spam mails. So we came up with a policy that if anybody sends mails to the help desk, yeah, and we do not mark the mail as spam, then when the person sends the mails next time, the mails will go through. But if we mark the mail as spam, the system automatically sets that person as a spam person in Zoho desk. So when next, and when that happens, the person is not added to Zoho mail blacklist. So, but then, in order to add the person to blacklist now, we didn't really find a way to get maybe unset as spam in Zoho desk. So what we did was that when the person is set as a spammer, yeah, by the time the person sends another email, we check whether the person is set as a spammer in Zoho desk, and then we add the person to the block list and block the person from the organization. So that way, if you are a spammer, just in case you are watching this video, yeah, I'm glad to let you know that the moment we mark your mail as spam, the moment we mark you as spam, you have one more opportunity to prove to us that you are not spam. If the email is sent not confined to us, then we will not be able to put it on the blacklist. So the blacklist will automatically happen. So there's nobody really going there to go and add it in the blacklist. The moment you're added as spam to Zoho, your mail is not coming after the next one. So if it was a mistake, you have one more opportunity to help us correct that mistake. Otherwise, nothing for you. So that is just an example. And we did this within Zoho, but as if you use Catalog, we would have been able to set up listeners for Zoho desk that will listen to when spam action happens, maybe using webhooks or something, and then be able to tell us what to do next. So that's about it. Thank you so much. Today hasn't been a very long day. It's just took me like 15 minutes. So we'll take it just a little time. I hope to reach out to you on Wednesday. On Wednesday, we are going to talk about something interesting again. So just for those on YouTube, sorry that I post something on Friday. We'll take time to download the video of what happened on Friday from Zoho. But in the back of our curriculum, and upload it also on YouTube. Thank you so much and have a great day.